Hello and welcome to London Property. I'm your host Farnaz Fazaipour. And today I'd like to speak about an aspect that was raised in the government announcement to make the house buying and selling process easier. And that was training the estate agent. I mean, the fact that we're actually talking about estate agents not being trained and advising people on the most expensive investments that they make in their life is not right. And when I questioned this when I was early on in my career, I remember someone telling me, well, the government don't want to have many barriers to entry for state agency so that more people can get jobs. And then at the same time, we're complaining about how transactions fall apart and things go wrong and people waste so much money in aborted transactions. So if you look at the US model, which a lot of people are when it comes to the agency side of the business, because a lot of the central London agents are now doing brokerages and having commission-only agents. So if you look at the States, what happens in the States is that you go through training, and it used to be 2 years. Now I think they do it more efficiently than that. But you have to go through training. That training has to be updated every so many years. And the entire transaction is actually handled by the agent, who's obviously motivated to get it over the line and doesn't want things to go wrong. So is actually really well equipped for managing that process. So 2 years ago, the Royal Agricultural University announced that they wanted to do a state agency foundation course and train state agents. And I actually spoke to the person who was going to run the program when it first came out in the newspapers. And the reason I reached out to him is because there was 180 remarks against his article, and it was all people being rude about state agents. And I said, I'd love to help you raise awareness for this because it's really important that people should be educated. So we talked for a while and we tried. 2 years went by, and I think the last time I spoke to him, not a single person had actually attempted to sign up to this course. So you have to make this mandatory in order to have people be qualified to advise the consumers on the biggest investment that they make in their life. And once you do that, then other things are going to run a lot more smoothly. And then we can discuss about the fact that the land registry takes 10.5 months to update and how we're going to get to this point of having instant transactions when so many other things are broken in the industry. So we would love to hear from you. This is a conversation that we really need to start having from within the industry. And you have any comments, please do get in touch with us. And let's keep this conversation going, and let's make this a better environment for all of us who work in it and for people who use these services.